We are finally here, the last race of season number 2 for the 2021 Martin Sports Car Club iRacing League. And this is set up to be a doozy here at one of the famous tracks in LeMans, France. So to give you a nice, wonderful welcome from France, my co-host is Lexi.
Bonjour, me j'appelle Lexi.
That's awesome. So hopefully some of you guys can get that. If not, look it up. All right, moving into right with the race info, you guys can see what this track looks like. It is massive. If you do not know about the circuit for the 24-hour Le Mans that is in France, it's almost 8.5 miles through a racetrack portion that goes onto the city streets throughout the town and then back onto the racetrack again. So it is a very lengthy racetrack. It is probably the one most known and probably the most popular, especially for endurance racing. Lex, you want to talk about what the weather looks like, because this is the last time the weather is going to look like this, the same every week, because next season we're going to be changing the weather format.
Really?
Yes, really.
That's a big change.
Well, there's a lot of big changes, which we'll talk about in probably the broadcast, but go right ahead.
So, 78 degrees, which is perfect because it's summer. 55% humidity, which should be good for today since it was rainy. Partly cloudy, 4 miles per hour.
Perfect. All right, and let's move on to the grid. I know the blimp view here is not showing all the cars with all the trees around, but Season 1 champion, which is Jesse Olson, retained pole once again, and with the time of 3:57 flat, and right half a second ahead of second place, Andrew Gaterick. Third is Michael Cochran, with some of the big hitters right up front there, and Bradley Alvis right behind Michael as the cars are starting to roll off as they get to the start-finish line, going to third. So Josh Wheeler in 5th, Dean in 6th, great for him, Justin Hall in 7th, Daniel 8th, Justin Barrera in 9th, Tom in 10th, Zane in 11th, 12th is Nicholas, great for him. Bob Blucher in 13th, Skylar 14th, Craig 15th, Kevin Medina in 16th. We'll get to why the names are different in a little bit. Junie Thompson back with us for 17th, Matt Jackson 18th, Chris Wells in 19th, Eric in 20th, and Bjorn jumping in at the very last minute was able to just get into the session, so no time for him. All right, so we will go ahead and get our race ready to go. As you can see everyone there, the cars are making their ways. Yes.
It's a ghost.
It is a ghost. I will get to that in a minute as well. I probably should have had it on somebody else. So I just wanted to get a nice blunt view. You can see all the cars rolling through the Porsche curves right now. And pretty decent field today, 21 cars, which is good. So we'll have a lot of action that's going to happen. And probably leave it on the blimp view for about a half a lap, because there's so much that can happen here at Le Mans.
Yeah.
Didn't know if you had anything you wanted to say as we get started to go on our last race for this season.
I do, in fact, have something to say.
Okay.
May I? When you're ready, may I please go down the leaderboard?
You can. Let's get through a lap as they go through the last set of curves. You're going to see there goes the pace car off, and right off the bat, Jesse Olson got a massive start. So in the back, it looks like everyone is going clean. No incidents, no foul, no harm. That's great as they're going through the start-finish line, which is right there. Jesse got a commanding lead over Michael Cochran in second place, and Andy in third. So Michael's already made up a place there at the start as they go through the first section of S's, under the Dunlop Bridge, and off into one more set of S's before they get onto the Mulsanne Straight. And I will get the map out later for Lexi as we ride along with somebody here, probably around lap 4 or 5, right before some of the pit stops happen. What's that? How about we move into a different view?
And then I can go down the leaderboard?
Yeah.
At first, I thought that was a cafe or something. I don't really know.
Yep, so here we are on the Mulsanne Straight. This is where everyone is going through. Oh, it looks like Andy Gaterick. Andy Gaterick is, or Gatorade, I should say.
Wait, what?
He got a slow down penalty, so he went too far off the course and had to give back some time. So you can see him there in his car giving up some time, and his name is falling down the leaderboard, and unfortunately he lost 12 spaces just for like a second and a half. Coming into the first chicane here in the Mulsanne straight. Oh, we have a wreck there. Oh, it looks. Oh, somebody got into back of Zane Plumley, who got into the side of Bob, unfortunately. So Bob looks like his car might be doing okay. Zane's car looks like he's doing okay as well. He's still moving, but it looks like everyone's still making up some space. So with these big straights here, you know, it's all about the draft and the low downforce of the cars. So that will play a big difference as you see the guys mixing it up out in front.
I just saw this like like a store, and it said "but."
Well, we can look at that later. But what?
It was like "but."
So there's the second opposite chicane. So the first one on the straight goes to the right, and the second one goes to the left. And then we get into more straights, a little more smaller straights as they get into some real tight corners through here. And I'm sorry, I don't have my track notes. I didn't look at them ahead of time to know all these corners like some of these guys do. Oh, somebody hit a cone, 2 seconds.
2 seconds, it's flat. Oh, it's flat. That's just funny.
Yep. All right, how are we moving even closer to some of the action? Look at that. It's great to see all those cars spread out throughout things. So one thing you're going to see right there, Bradley's car may look a little different. Does it look any different to you? Besides the livery, about the shape, maybe?
Who, Banana Man?
No, Bradley.
Bradley?
Yeah.
The guy with the Ken? That guy? Oh, what's different?
Yeah.
Well,
Great shot of the car with the shut up and drive it on the roof.
that's that, and well, his car.
Well, let me help you out. One of the changes, so there was a huge update right before this race, and it worked out for some people and didn't work out for some people, but you can see in the field there's a different car. So the Porsche 911 GT3R actually came out on iRacing today, and some guys were brave enough to go ahead and purchase it and run it in the race with very limited practice. So you can see so now we have 8 different GT3 cars as Bradley is all over the back end of his teammate Justin Hall trying to go through there. It looks like Eric was also in a Porsche as well. So we'll check back him a little bit later. So still a lot of different cars going through. So wow, don't know when this happened. We missed it, but Michael Cochran is now in the lead. He must have used some of that draft to get through. Sorry, I missed that. But he's just now going through, and so this should be a tight race for a little while. And Josh Wheeler also made up a few spots as well, so now he's in the 3rd place with Michael Cochran throwing down a 3:57.7, almost close to his time. So there is Jesse, his winning car, running the Netflix livery for this week.
Netflix?
That's
Where
what
do
it
you
says.
see Netflix?
Right there on the side of the car. All right, so first time through, everyone should be green as
That is so cool.
yep, as they completed their first lap. And let's check on Dean, who is running really close to Daniel. Dean also picking out. Hey, look, Dean got a new picture.
Oh, what was that?
I love it.
Wait, maybe it's him as a kid on his little motorcycle.
It may have been. I guess he was destined for racing from the day he was born.
He looks like he's like 5.
Yep, he's running the Porsche as well. Looks really good and really clean. Andy, what happened to Andy? Looks like he went backwards again. Maybe got another slowdown, unfortunately.
Who's that?
Who's who? Who what?
Oh, 12 numbers.
Yeah, it's a paint by numbers car.
Yeah.
All right, so real quick, as we are checking in with Brad Paisley Alvis.
Bradley.
Yep. Now it's funny because Brad Paisley actually is a country singer. That was not the intent. It was because his cars are usually done in Paisley. But when I made the name, that's how it ended up. So everybody that I could get a hold of outside of VRS, or I'm sorry, not VRS, but SDK, the software we use, and also inside the game, I actually changed a lot of people's names just for fun as the last race kind of went through, which is neat. So you can see some of the stuff. So as we go through, one of the things that was done by the Tennessee team. Oh, you got your hand up. What do you want to say?
Go ahead, finish.
Okay. By the Tennessee team is Michael Cochran has a Pac-Man livery, where he is actually Pac-Man. You can see him right there.
Cool.
You know, going through, and to add to him, the rest of the team actually ended up painting their cars. So we always get the back side of this track. There we go. So there's Blinky, one of the ghosts that they have. And let for the camera to switch again. And this will be Inky, which is Matt Jackson. There it is.
New guy.
Yep.
He's not new anymore. Sorry, Mr. Jackson.
And there's Pinky.
Pinky.
Hence for the
Pinky
ghost.
Plumley.
Yep. And Nicholas is Clyde.
Nicholas, the oval guy.
Oh, I love that shot. That was so beautiful. I like when they come over that crest.
Can I go down the leaderboard?
You want to go down the leaderboard and have fun with those names. How about that?
Okay. What? I don't get one of them. It's like there's this. Well, I'll get to it. Pace Man Cabrera.
Pac-Man Cochran.
Oh. Pac-Man Cochran.
Yep. Oh, I can't wait to get the notes out for you to see how you're going to pronounce these names. Go ahead.
Okay. Josh Wheeler.
All right. You're 1 for 2.
Season 2 champion Justin Hall Studio.
Studio.
I don't know. Studio.
Suddy?
Studio.
Oh my goodness. All right, go on to the next one.
Okay, Brad Paisley Alvis.
Yes.
Rocket Chip Dibdall. Iron Man Brera.
Yep.
Daniel Krogu.
Oh boy. Zero.
This is gonna be fun. This is gonna be so fun. Tomcat Jessen.
Yep. You got it.
Linky Klein.
Yep.
Andy Gatorade.
Yes, since that's what you call him.
Bjorn Stage.
Oh, look at it again.
Stage.
No, the first name.
Stanley.
No. Buongiorno. Like the
what?
pizza.
Buongiorno. Stangy.
Yeah.
Junie Cartoony.
Yep, Junie Cartoony.
No, I like that one. Where are we? Judy Cartoony. Oh, this is the one I don't get. It's something like this, but like Skylar with an E.
Yes, because sometimes Skylar is spelled Skylar, so it's Skylar with an E.
So, Easker?
No, Skylar. No, Skylar, not Skylar.
Skylar.
There you go.
Skylar. Chris Wells.
No, read that again. I changed it just for you. As Brad goes right by, strumming his guitar, Mr. Paisley on the draft by Justin Hall there. Okay, keep going.
I want you to think because you said if I change it to Crispy, maybe I'll think of it as Chris. So I wanted to do that.
Well, I changed it for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Not on the camera.
We don't have a camera. It's just recording.
This is fun.
I got a camera to show so we can put in the corner and show people what fun we're having and how we don't get any snacks from Cassie. But
yeah.
But yeah, you said no, I don't want a camera, so I didn't set it up.
Well, you can do it if you want to.
Well, we'll see about that. All right, keep going.
Okay, here we go. Inky Jackson, Eric Media Lindsay.
Close.
Licky.
No.
Licksky.
Medic. Eric Medic.
What's his last? Lightsky.
Yes, he was a medic
Licky.
in the military.
Licky. Pinky Plumley. And this is funny. Little Kevy.
Yeah.
You know who you are.
That's right.
Here we are with Bobby Blue
Cha.
Blue
Bobby Blue Cha. Oh boy, don't hurt yourself.
Blue
Yes, Blue Cha.
Lucia. And Cody Vincent.
Clyde.
Clyde Vincent.
All right, well that took 3 laps out of the race right there. All right, how about we get back to some action here? Does that sound pretty good?
Bleacher?
Yes, Blucher.
No.
All right, moving on. So as we're on board on the nose of Justin Hall, trying to play catch up with his teammate as they skirt a little bit to the left, wide there as they get right into the portion curbs, or you can see the car sliding all four wheels, takes a little wide to the outside, collects it, has to slow down a little bit as he gets right back on to take this double left-hander through here before another slow down. How you hit the brakes, so you got to tap it and be able to settle the car as they get in through the second. So all these S's starts decreasing in speed, and that one is actually off camber and throws you out to the right-hand side. So you have to be very careful not to carry too much speed, or actually you do get a slowdown, and then everybody behind you passes you very easily.
So how about I take over?
Yeah, you want to take over? Well, here's Dean. So just as we were talking about Justin Hall, who's now in the front of the picture, Dean now is all over the back of Justin Hall. So these guys are nose to tail, which is great. Love to see this racing out of these guys.
You play with Bobby Rick, even though you don't even have him. You play with your computer. So here we are on lap 4, and we have 10 laps instead of 21. I mean, yeah, 21, 20 and a half. Anyway, here we are with Dean Dibdall, who is now a child.
He kind of still is a child. He's 13 years old.
Wait, oh!
Yeah, that's Dean. So that's the one we talk about. The one that is actually won. He's won actually some championships on iRacing and in his kart.
What do you want me to say? Okay, pit lane,
All right.
pinky plumley.
Yep. So.
Going to catch a ghost and snack.
Yep. Zane unfortunately got knocked around a couple times, and had to go into the pit lane. So he's trying to do the undercut because he's trying to get his car fixed. So he's going to end up just about dead last from where he started. Oh, it looks like it said E.P. Jackson had an issue. Oh, looks like those guys got into it, and there goes Bob right there on the inside. Looks like there was some spinning going on, I think, between who's the car behind? Chris Wells. And also, so yeah, a lot of BMWs this week, as always. So the one Ford that we have, there we go, is Justin Barrera. Was the only Ford. He's doing quite well, up into 8th place, making up one spot from where he qualified. So a lot of guys going. So Bjorn making up 8 spots. So he started dead last, now into 13th. So he is now as the leader of the Shake and Bake Award.
Shake and Bake. Does that mean we're going to buy them a Shake and Bake too?
No, but maybe we'll get a box of Shake and Bake and give them a gift certificate for some chicken.
Chicken!
Yep.
Chicken wing.
Or we can, just
go to Burger King.
Yeah, or just show Eric. Sorry, man. I think he leaves that up there because he enjoys us commenting about his legs on there.
Chicken legs. So I don't think he's still in shape.
Well, that's okay, guys. You don't show the legs unless they're competitively swimming for the Olympics.
Wait, what?
So, something happened to Kevin. Looks like he went wide.
Little Kevy.
Yeah, little Kevy. So the reason for that is the Martin Sports Car Club holds actual races, autocross competitions once a month down in Orlando and all over the state of Florida. Not all over, but within Central Florida area. And last race that they had was on Mother's Day. So the mothers would be able to race for free. So Kevin's mom came out and drove his car, and they raced together and had a great time. But when Kevin was in the trailer, his mom had walked up and in front of all the big boys said, "Little Kevy, can you help me please?" So all the boys kind of looked at Kevin and started giggling a little bit, and it ended up being talked about in the last meeting. So that gave me the thing when I wanted to change his name, and I just went nuts and changed everybody else's name.
So I have a surprise for you all.
You do?
At the end of the race. And anyway, who is he? So you said Dean is 13?
Yep, 13 years old.
Maybe you can talk to my sister Cassie, because she's also 13, and you can talk to her that she doesn't bring any snacks. No snacks!
I know we need snacks. All right, there goes Andy making an issue on the inside, right through one of the tightest sections of the tracks, but not quite as tight as this last one right here, which really slows everybody down. So guys still going green as they're getting fuel off. So one of the tough things about Le Mans is the fact that there's so many straightaways that the tires don't come up to temperature until about 4 or 5 laps in.
Halfway.
I know, I cannot believe it. It is already halfway. I mean, this is like a 40-minute race, and we're already halfway through. Oh, Tom goes off to the right, which Andrew is able to go ahead and get past him. Skylar comes in with a 4:04. Chris, something happened to Chris. What happened to him? He went off wide again as well.
What you said about these crazy names that we can spend 15 laps on.
We actually can. I'm kind of waiting for a certain part of the track where we can get somebody. There's still a lot of racing to go. So Brad, wait, let's check up with Brad. There we go. These guys are still not really nose to tail, but the 3 of them are still racing as they come through the first chicane past the Mulsanne straight. All right, you can hold on to it, but we're not getting ready to get into that yet. There's still a lot of good racing. You know, we do like to use that. So Junie is making a move on Bjorn as he is in the draft. And these cars, oh no, Junie's got a new picture.
Oh!
So is that how you feel today, Junie? That poor cat. All right, so speaking of cat, with his cat-like reflexes, has gone ahead and got the pass on Bjorn going into the first chicane and has a really good exit. But now for the next straight, now this gives Bjorn the opportunity to draft and see what he can do as they can maybe swap places. Are you still giggling at that picture? Hey, I'm just so happy these guys actually participate, you know, with the SDK stuff. So, glad they can do that. So just as we had talked about before, you know, that gives Bjorn now the draft that can go through and he gets in the other chicane. So right back where they started from. All right, you need to.
It's like he just did a cucumber. It's like, oh.
All right, so goodness. All right, towards the back of the pack. So guys, just had a couple issues getting going today. Le Mans is not really as easy as everyone talks about. It is very technical, and there are a lot of straights, which makes people think that it's easy. But with the higher speeds, you know, you're actually trying to make turns and cornering, and of course the braking, you know, where you go from 180 miles an hour down to like maybe 50, you know, and then right through it again. That's what makes it such a great endurance race, you know, for cars. And I've watched Le Mans so many years over as long as I can remember, and there's been so many times, more times I have on one hand, where the leading car has broken down or burnt on the very last lap. Oh, he hit the cone. 2 points.
2 points. Wait, I thought it was 2 seconds.
Yep. Oh, and he goes off.
Oh!
He hit the cone. I don't know what happened, and Bob went straight into the wall. Oh my goodness.
Who made that cat thing?
I don't know. And then unfortunately, Matt Jackson looks like he went to the gravel trap. He went into the kitty litter. Yep. So
that's just funny.
Yeah.
Wait, you.
Junie, make sure your cat goes on the right place. I know. All right. So another dominating animal we have. These guys are a bunch of animals. Oh, that looks like a slowdown. That was really wide for Daniel as he came out of that last one. So he's running a Spaceballs livery on his car with some Perrier thing. Maybe he got that from the Talladega Nights. Yeah, it does say Spaceballs. Okay. I think you're done for the day. I don't know what's going on with you.
It's so funny. It's like.
Yeah, she's trying to make the cat face.
No.
So Iron Man Barrera, let's talk about that for a second. So his name Iron Man Barrera is not for the Marvel character Iron Man. It is because we all love to do endurance races, and whenever it just seems that there's an endurance race, he's the first one leading the charge, and no matter what happens, I swear that he puts in more seat time than anybody else on the team going through the endurance races, which is great. So that's why he got the Iron Man name. All right, not much has changed. A couple guys swapping places back and forth. Dean, there he goes, putting the move on Justin as they go side by side. going into one. Let's see who's going to take the inside line through here.
Why did you put Rocket Ship Deep Dog?
So Rocket Ship actually is his nickname that was given to him earlier. So that's what his YouTube page is. It says Rocket Ship Deep Dog.
It's lap 6 already. It's been forever.
It sure has. So Lil Kevy goes into the pits. Zane Plumley finally gets a car that's not damaged by somebody else and ends up with the 4:04.3, and hopefully we see that time go down. So now as everyone else is starting to pit, hopefully it'll work out for Zane going through. So here we are with the second chicane, and Dean nice and clean through there as he's leaving a little bit of a gap back to Justin Hall. So he's starting to put the move on us. So with these cars at such high speeds, the draft really comes into play, but you have to generally be within a second. So not like Formula One for DRS to be active, but for just the amount of aero that the air's pushing on the front car to be behind it, you kind of have to be within a second. So great job by Justin on the brakes, just railing on those things, lighten up the calipers and the disc to get there back to close to Dean again.
This is just
Yeah, let's ride along with one of the Porsches. How about let's see, we can go with how about we go with Bradley?
okay.
But we're not at the let's wait till he gets. I'll jump around until he gets to the start finish line. How about that?
And then we'll go down all the stuff.
Yep, and I have a feeling he might be pitting because we're coming up to lap 7.
I don't know.
It's just how it happens.
Okay. Cool.
So you can see the lights. Yeah, the lights are on as they go into sunset, and which is great about always having this race. If you ever watch the 24, this is probably one of the shortest nights of the year. Is why they usually have it in June. But this particular year, because of COVID and all the crazy stuff going on, they actually moved this race into October. So it's going to be a little different for the teams this year as they deal with more darkness than light. I think through certain parts of the year. It'll should be cool. What you got, Lex?
So it's really good if it's dark for where are we going?
Oh, he's going to the pits. All right. So who else is in the Porsche? Let's go with Dean. How about that? Dean is
A good race.
Yeah, Dean's staying out. Yes, he is a good racer. All right, inside the Porsche, there is the start-finish line right through there. And here we go as we're starting through. Hold on, let me find out where we are.
Rhinosaur Dupla.
Yep, I don't know what the first one is, but Dunlop. See, so it says Dunlop right there? Yeah, okay, I said it on the tire as you just went.
We're coming on Diplisca D Lap Champion.
Yeah, I didn't even bring my glasses. My goodness. Decente Japel.
Gimapel. I think in the next is
Yep.
Amopel.
Okay, so now we're going into...
Vegetarian Deep Dinosaur Road.
Oh boy.
Great.
Barrage de Tête de Rouge.
Corby D Arrow.
Yeah.
Antors.
Curve de Antares, I'm guessing.
Hamburgers.
No idea what that one is.
Hamburgers. And hamburgers.
Yep, so we're in this one here. This is the first.
Pteranodon.
Yeah, how about first chicane? That'll work.
First chicane. Another hamburger.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, this is crazy. All right, so we're moving up to the second.
Radisson.
I can only imagine that's French for chicane. I don't know. I thought chicane was a French word. I'll have to look that one up. All right, so we're in the second John Ratzenberger.
John Ratzenberger.
Yes.
Now we're coming up on Corby.
Oh, I think that's French for curb or corner. Corner.
Corby
Yeah.
Corn.
No, not corned beef.
Oh, it's actually good. Corned beef, these hamburgers ready. I did hear that. I was like,
Yeah, here we go. Try that one.
Vegetarian de Mulansi.
Barrage de Mousson.
How can you read this? Corned beef de Goofy.
Curb de Golf. Yes.
Go. And now which?
Yeah, hold on. We're not quite there yet.
Yeah.
We're coming up to it.
This is fun.
I need to get these things translated into English.
But it's okay, it's fun.
Okay, we're coming up to
Land
so S's de Indianapolis.
Okay.
All right, hurry up. We're missing this one.
Voldi di Mondo.
No, not Voldemort. Barrage de Ramage.
And Corby di Bulio.
Corbe de Buson.
Burger.
No idea.
Ridge Pasta.
Oh, you know that one.
Oh, Porsche.
Yes.
Yes.
Barrage Porsche, or the Porsche curves.
Porsche. Okay, now did we do that one? Ridge Point.
Yep, Barrage Dupont.
And now is do karting.
S's du Carten.
Now we're on vegetarian Corvette.
Oh, you know that one. That's an English word. That's a car.
Corvette.
Yes. All right, hurry up. We're coming in. We're coming in.
Mashablubi.
Yep, and?
Virgie Ford.
Ford. Hey, you got that one. All right.
Well, at least I got it.
All right, so there's Dean going into, all the leaders are now hitting pit lane. See if I can grab.
Oh, pit lane. Everyone's in pit lane.
Yep, there's all the cars there off to the left behind the leaderboard, showing everybody in pit lane. So it looks like the only,
Lots of people.
probably one of the only races going on right now is between, looks like a Spider-Man. I know, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, cool.
I do like that.
Emma would like that. She's in love with Spider-Man.
Yep.
She has two boyfriends. She has a bad boyfriend and a good boyfriend. Her bad boyfriend is Loki, and her good boyfriend is Spider-Man.
Oh boy.
Isn't that just crazy?
That is very crazy as everyone is exiting the pits now. So we're have to find out. So there's Eric in the new Porsche 911, and there was an incident earlier where Eric actually lost control of the car and T-boned Zane in one of the first corners after the start finish. But because of the fast repair, the both of these guys were able to get out and keep racing again. So this is kind of a grudge match between these guys because they've come together once or twice before in this series, and it's usually worked out for Eric's favor. But I think tide is going to change for today.
This is really funny. Where's the cat?
Oh boy, I don't know if I'm ready. Well, the cat's in the litter box. He just went to the pit.
Ew, that's disgusting. Wait, is it Pace Man Cabrera?
No, no, Pac-Man.
Pac-Man? Wait,
Yep. He's at the top. All right, so Zane puts in his fastest time, finally getting some times on a 4:01.5 with Eric. I guess he must have had an issue while those guys both caught up with a 4:41, so he must have had to spin somewhere. Little Kevy puts in his fastest, a 4:03.107, as these guys came in, I think, a little bit earlier and was able to burn off some fuel now and take use of those warm tires, which really doesn't happen a lot here at Le Mans. So at night, in the real race, you can actually triple stint the tires, which means the driver drives for a certain amount of time, like 45, 50 minutes, and that's one stint, and he can do that 3 times without changing his tires. And usually, that's the most you want to give somebody. That's a long time to be in the car. As Bobby puts in his fastest time, Bob Butcher, 4:02, and within Le Mans, the guys can, when you get a new driver, you sometimes you really want to give them a new set of tires so they can. Their style is maybe they use tires or not. So there is having some issues. Where's I see. Yep. Oh, who somebody? Yeah, somebody pulled off in the back. What happened?
Junie Thompson.
Yep. There's Skylar went to the pits. He must have had an issue with his car, unfortunately, and ended up taking a tow back to the pits. So we won't see him for a few minutes. This is a very long track. Oh no! What happened to Blinky?
Inky Plumley. Blinky's
Yeah,
gone.
Craig's going topless.
Oh!
Oh, he does have car damage. He tried to put on the brakes, and when he does that, you can see what happened.
thought he had
And
no pants.
oh, he is through, and I think, oh, unfortunately, he is done. He had too much damage, could not get that thing turned. So he is also in the pits. Oh, there's those two guys. Hopefully, it wasn't them
He's
who
fat tired.
came together. Yeah, he's got some fat front tires.
Fat tires. This is hilarious. Speaking of hilarious. Ooh.
Man, look at these cars going 3 wide. Where's Dean? Dean is up there mixing up. Look at that, almost 3 wide, going through. I don't even know where they're at in the track. Looks like they're getting ready to go through the Porsche curves.
I think you just said
Yep.
rat.
The rat track.
Brat. Brat.
Oh, these guys are killing it. Look how close they are. All 4 of them going through. So Michael Cochran is out there 3 seconds out in front of Jesse. So he is railing it this week. But that's such a good sight to see these guys going so close here, you know, with lap 8 coming into starting lap 9, which is great. And I think everyone has pitted at this point, which is good, except for the 2 guys that took the tow, unfortunately, because of damage. What you got?
How about I take over?
You can take over.
Okay. The Shake and Bake Award goes to...
Well, it's not over yet, so he's
yeah.
leading the Shake and Bake Award.
It's almost over. So anyway, so Bjorn Stage Stanley is probably going to win the Shake and Bacon Award.
Probably. I mean, he's got. Eric is moving up some. Oh, Junie. Where did he go? He is off. Yep, Bjorn putting in a 4:02.6, his fastest lap. Good for him. Being very solid.
How did he get that picture from that?
I don't know, but I know we love it.
I'm going to be laughing all night in my sleep.
Yep, there goes Zane Plumley on the line. Looks like he's gapped Eric by 4 seconds. And puts in his fastest lap, a 4:01.1. You know, better late than never towards the end of the race. So there's Eric again.
Ooh. I almost fell off my seat.
Yep, Andrew still hanging on to 10th place. Unfortunately, a slowdown, I think, in the spin has put him back to just inside the top 10, losing 8 places, unfortunately.
A lot of things have changed on the leaderboard.
Well, if you can get through it quick, because we only have 2 laps left.
2 laps.
Yes.
2.5 laps. Okay.
Like a lap and a half.
Oh, well, anyway, let's see. Pace car Man Cabrera, Season 2 champion, Rockstar Dibdall, Brand Paisley Alves, Justin Hall Studio,
I'm not even going to
Daniel
attempt to correct you on this one.
Daniel Krogu, Ironman Brera, Josh Wheeler, Tomcat Jessen, Andy Gatorade, Bjorn Stage, Pinky Plumley, Eric Media Lotsky, Junie Cataroni, Lil Kevy, Inky Jackson, Bobby Blue Bleacher, and Crispy Wells, Cody Vincent and Skylar with an E, and Binky Klein are both out, and Clyde Vincent is in pit.
Yep. Yeah, I think Nicholas Vincent had to take a second pit, unfortunately, because he did have some issues on the first lap. He touched the brakes. I don't have that there. Oh, Eric gets real squirrely, and hopefully he didn't get a slowdown, but doesn't look like it. And that gives Junie the opportunity now to get within half a second. And I know there's not a big, long straight through here, but enough that he might be able to close in. You can see the time coming down now, ever so slightly because of that draft. But I want to go back to these guys over here. This is absolutely nuts with these guys. I know the animals are just killing me.
It's killing me.
Yep. Oh, Dean loses it and goes a little too hot into the first corner of the Porsche curbs and drops back a couple places. Now gives him on the back of Justin Hall, which is now playing into what is going on with Daniel as he's trying to find out where his boot is. Why are you looking at me like a sloth?
I don't think I've ever thought of that picture so funny before.
And of course you can see Daniel's bumper sticker. Oh, what happened to Dean? He had a slowdown. He got a slowdown, which hurt him. Oh my goodness, takes him out almost out of contention. As Jesse now puts in the fastest lap of the race. So there he is. You can see. So now he's finally collected his slowdown, and how they're going to take how some of these are going to go through. Eric, unfortunately, looks like he got passed by a little Kevin there. So Justin puts in his fastest 3:58. And these guys are still under 4 minutes, which is great. So there was, again, with this update that went through, this is really worked out for a lot of people.
White flag, and also what does that say? I love Eustace.
Yes, I love Eustace. It's a planet.
No, it doesn't really say
Uranus.
that.
Yes, it's from
Uranus.
the spaceship on the back of the spaceship on Spaceballs.
This is so funny.
Yes,
I like
I
this
know.
race.
I probably should have picked another view besides this one. But anyway, so there's Dean.
Dean Dibdall.
Yep.
Pro.
All right, Bjorn's still getting faster, which is great, which probably means that we probably need a little more practice time. We ran probably no less than 7 mock races at this track from last week to this week to get ready, because this is actually such a big race, to start with. Oh, Zane Plumley comes in with a 4-minute flat .9, so just gives it just under 4:01, and Junie comes in with a 4:02. So Junie better pick up the pace if he wants to get in that 12th place where Zane is.
This thumbs up, little dude.
Yep, Matt Jackson just got past Eric. I guess maybe Eric's having some issues with the car now. Unfortunately, maybe he went off one too many times. Oh, there he is, playing in the cat box again.
Cat box? That's
Yes.
that's just gross. That's just disgusting. How about I take over? And
Yep.
you play
It
with
looks
Bobby
like.
Ricky.
Yeah, look at so Eric is going topless. He has no hood, unfortunately. So he has a steering issue. You can see that he was fighting the wheel really hard to get around that corner. But it's too late to pit right now, so he's just going to deal with it and get through and finish the race the best that he can. Justin is moving in on one of the guys on Dean. So again, with Dean hitting that, that's where the slowdowns really end up. Oh, 2 seconds for Justin. He hit a cone.
2 seconds, he hit a cone. So how about you play with Bobby Ricky even though you don't have him?
I know, Ricky Bobby's not in here. I even changed his name too to Ricky Bobby instead of Bobby Ricky. Ricky Bobby Ricky.
What? Ricky Bobby Ricky. Ricky Bobby, oh, I don't know.
Peter Parker here to pick up a passport, sir.
Peter Parker here for passport.
Yeah, I don't know how it goes, but anyway.
Hi, Cassie.
She's
Okay,
not
I'm
here because I don't have
kidding.
snaps.
Snack.
All
So
right.
you play with that, and I'll do this.
So keeping a clean car out in front by 3 seconds. You can see second place there, which is Jesse, who again, season 2 champion. He had, I believe, 5 wins. 5 wins on the season, and Josh had, I believe, 1 win, and the second half of the season has been really strong for Michael. He's had 3 wins and looked like he's closing in on his 4th.
Okay, so one, Banana Man is not here for this very, 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 very funny race.
Yep, that is true. He did miss out. So coming in to the last set of curves, here is our race 12 winner at LeMans, Pac-Man Cochran. Dun, da, da, da. And there's Jesse taking in second place. And these guys, wow, unbelievable how they raced so close the whole entire time coming through. But Brad takes a podium in front of Justin Hall. So there will be a lot of bragging rights for the next week until we start season 3 in 2 weeks' time between these guys and the study camp. So everyone's starting to come through at the finish line. Andrew has got himself a race where he is trying to pick up another place on Tom Jensen as they come side by side through the last section. But Tom has got the inside move for the first one, gets on the good brakes. Nicely done by Tom as he goes through, and I believe he's able to keep that spot as Andy plays it safe to make sure that he crosses the line. Yep, and there they go. So nice job by Tom. So, yep.
So since it's the end of the race, I have a super duper biggie surprise.
What is your biggie surprise as our Shake and Bake Award now officially is?
Bjorn Stagey.
Stonge.
Stonge.
Yep.
Stonge. So I already know who the Lexi Car Dress Up Award is.
You do?
We also have a big surprise. Maybe not for a while, but we have a surprise.
Okay. You gonna talk about it, or are you just gonna wait till I post the pictures?
Okay. So, the livery award is the cat always makes me laugh, and the sloth. Anyway, the winner of this, they're not exactly okay. Anyway,
Oh boy!
drum roll, please.
Oh, I'm falling asleep.
Don't you start snoring. I was laughing.
All right, Eric gets through, limping his car across the finish line. Tough race for him, unfortunately. I know he had some issues, but glad he stuck with it, and that's, that's great for everybody that they get to go through. Bob with another slowdown as he cut through the last one. I know his car looks pretty beat up as well. There goes Matt Jackson as well, finishing through, and Bobby almost coming through and be able to take the position. Last up, there comes Chris Wells. Looks like he's got a pretty clean car.
Cool. I think he's got, wait, is he the last one?
Yep, there's Nick. Nick is the last one, right through there.
Maybe he's been taking that little app thing where you can save more if you drive safe. And then he's always driving very slow.
I don't think that works for race cars. You don't get a progressive discount insurance when you plug something into your OBD2 port to try to save money on your race car insurance.
That's just funny.
All right, so there goes Nicholas Vincent. Again, can't say enough that I know he had a rough race, but he did finish, and that's what it's all about here at the Martin Sports Car Club. So that does conclude our final race for the season as we finish up and check out the race results. There they are.
So, anyway.
Are we back to that?
Yep.
Well, let's go. People have been waiting around.
Okay. The winner of the Lexi Car Dress Up Award is the Pac-Man Club, but they're not exactly a club.
Oh, well, that's awesome. I'll try to figure out how to get those pictures going, but we'll figure that out.
And also, the big super duper surprise is that I'm thinking of having a contest the next time we come back, which is not the next week or the week after, the one that we come back to this race. I want everyone to have a contest to use their not like the Lexi Car Dress Up Award, but put their car picture as their favorite superhero. And they doesn't even have to be their favorite person or something, but maybe a superhero or a fake person, or anyway, bye.
Okay. All right, so real quick, last one, Michael Cochran again, another win. Really took it on, brought Strong on to a really good game, here towards the end of the season. And Jesse Olsen, it's going to be a great season for season 3, as the rules are going to change just a little bit. We never got to it. We just had so much to talk about. But we will make some announcements about what's going on for season 3, which starts in 2 weeks. And Brad, great for him to finish out the season on the podium. So you can see everybody towards the end right there. I'm not going to go through it because I'm sure a lot of people probably have already signed off at this point because the race is over and this is probably not the fun part for them. But anyway, thank you again to everybody. Thank you everyone at the races. Thank you for the Martin Sports Car Club. Shut Up and Drive It for all their streaming and fun stuff that they do within the races. Also, congratulations to Shut Up and Drive It as the Team Cup winner for 2002 in the inaugural year. So we're very happy. So they had a very successful season for them as well. And also thank you to Icon Sim Sports for helping provide some of the monetary funds to get all these races going. So please check them out at iconsimsports.com and get yourself a new awesome driving rig. All right. I talked enough. Thank you guys very much. I'll see you in 2 weeks for season 3.
Okay, I do not know how to say bye in French, so bye. See you later.